just already looking at the first line of this, I think we may have an overlap here. I've been trading part-time while working a 9 to 5, but finding the time for analysis and staying up to date on market news is exhausting. I can't seem to balance my job, family and trading goals, and I'm constantly worried I'll miss out on good setups. Is there any hope for traders like me who don't have endless hours to commit? I'd appreciate any tips on managing my time better. First of all, don't worry about missing good setups. They are there just as bad setups are every day. You're hopefully going to find a way of running into them on a regular basis. It isn't easy to be all over the market. If you are doing other things, you've got to understand that it's just bad luck if you miss out. What you're trying to find is indicators, information, processing and technical strategies that are identifying when these things may or may not occur. And you don't necessarily have to be watching the screen to make that happen. That this is the whole key to having price alerts and alarms on mobiles to tell you when trading sessions are opening, etc. There's a time and a place for looking at the market when you've got limited time. Look at your daily diary and see what trading zones, what instruments, and what your skill set so far, if you've identified it, allows you to look at. And we're looking for overlaps, and then we can start looking at strategies to use within whatever time frame you've got. But don't think that you've got to be there for that 5 minutes at the opening bell every day, and that happens to be your busiest time in your other job. You just can't do it, and you'll end up blowing both of your things. So as always, we're looking for a happy medium, and it's down to you to just look to define your own daily time frame. I'm pretty new to trading, but I love it. And as we all do, or we wouldn't be doing it, surely. And it can feel like you hate it at times. The problem, my family has no clue what I do, and they think I'm just gambling online. Every time we have family dinners, they start asking if I'm still playing with stocks. And it drives me nuts. Yeah, I can believe that. I want to make them understand that this is serious, but it's hard to explain. Any advice on talking to my family about trading without sounding like a total nerd? Yeah, well, as soon as you start going into any technicals and etc., you are going to sound like a nerd, and they will switch off and blah, 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 and just treat it as if it's a game. Try and explain to them what you've been doing and what it means and what it could potentially mean for the family and for your future. Will it give you a bit of security? And it's literally the equivalent of being online, doing extra research, doing extra exams. Just make them understand that this isn't wasted time, that you are actually doing this in a serious way, and show them and point on the social media how there are people that are just there doing the gambling, the full porting as you hear about it. And that is something that you're not. If you can demonstrate to them that you've got a perfectly reasonable and rational outlook on this, I'm sure that you'll bring them around, and also make them aware from day one that it is emotionally quite tricky, and that they could do with your support, and that belittling you all the time is hindering it. So, open it up to them and give it back to them, so that they've got to take responsibility for their comments. And also pin them down. What are they doing in their spare time? I've been making consistent profits for a few months now, and while I'm super proud, I feel kind of guilty. A lot of my friends are still working their regular jobs, struggling with bills, and here I am making money from my laptop. Sometimes I play down my wins around them to keep things cool. Has anyone else felt like this, or am I just overthinking it? No, it's a great question. I think you're right on both of those points. Lots of people have the guilt, not only of winning, but the guilt of losing when they're doing this as a thing on the side. By definition, you'd often be overthinking it. It's pretty difficult to speak to your friends when they are potentially not doing the same activities that you are out of your successful money ventures. Don't feel guilty about working from your laptop. We're in the new age, aren't we? Work from home, social media lifestyle, it's all there. We're supposed to be, and we're supposed to have been doing it since before I was a child, aiming for this work-life balance, and the future would be there to free up all the leisure time, when in fact all it's done is make people have to work harder. So you're actually on the right track. Try and encourage your friends maybe to get involved. Maybe demonstrate to them what a benefit is for relative to the amount of time that you are investing in doing all the research. Maybe set up a club. You could have a friendship group of trading, and that you could help mentor one or two of them. So try and be inclusive with them rather than feeling guilty about it. But they're struggling with bills. They've got to do something in their lives to help improve. You can give them advice and try and help them along, but don't get talked into offering money or anything like that. Beyond that, be supportive and try and get them involved. Thanks for watching again. There's a lot of interesting questions there and lots of things that I've felt myself throughout my career and also have had friends and colleagues approach me with. So that is a bunch of very regular questions. Hope you've enjoyed that and join us again soon for another edition of Planty's Corner.